welcome back guys, and right now in this video I want to give you guys that are newbies a very simple to follow game plan for you guys to be able to get on the fast track to seeing profits. And if you guys are advanced, this video might not be for you, but I mean at the end of the day you're going to probably be doing these kind of things anyway. Okay, so guys, sit back, take notes, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create and grow a profitable CPA campaign from scratch. Now here's some tips for creating a profitable CPA campaign. First things first, you do not want to start running traffic in the United States, especially if you're a newbie. If you do that, you're going to be crushed. I do not want to exaggerate it, but you're going to be crushed because a lot of super affiliates, they're focusing the most of their attention on the United States. And what happens is if there's a lot of competition, if there's a lot of demand for something and there's not enough supply, not saying there's not enough supply of traffic, but oftentimes there's a high demand of United States traffic on loads of different traffic networks, then bid prices and the prices for traffic is going to go through the roof. Now, oftentimes you can actually find offers that pay very similar to offers that convert in the United States for other locations, like for example Australia, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, South Africa. All these kind of geographical locations, you can find offers that have similar type of conversion rates as USA offers and similar types of payouts as USA offers. But the thing is, the traffic price is going to be a bit cheaper in those geographical locations most of the time. It's not always the case, but most of the time I found that you can get away with that. So I would recommend starting off with international traffic, not USA traffic, first of all. Second thing, mobile and tablet traffic is going to be way cheaper than desktop traffic. This is literally the case for most traffic networks. I mean, even if you're taking a campaign from Facebook and you're targeting desktop and you take that campaign over to mobile, literally you're going to be able to see a traffic price decrease by probably like a third. Okay, and that goes for most traffic networks out there. So personally, what I do is I focus a lot of my attention on mobile and tablet traffic. It can be categorized into one, but just so you guys are clear, I categorize mobile traffic as tablet traffic included. And oftentimes it has similar conversion rates to desktop. But the thing is, because I mean, like even if you look at some phones these days, like iPhone 7s and some of the other phones that are out there, the processing power is very good. So you can actually make purchases relatively easily on a mobile device. Okay, so that's why I would definitely recommend for you guys, if you're starting off, you might want to try and master mobile. There's a few more nuances, but oftentimes I find that mobile traffic is cheaper, so it could work in your favor as well, especially if you're going for international traffic. Okay, so I spend a lot of my time right now on mobile. Also, you want to start with a low paying offer. I don't recommend you guys go out there and start promoting these $40 payout offers or $100 payout binary offers or anything like that, just for the fact that it takes a lot more budget to be able to get conversions for those kind of offers. So let's say, for example, if you get 10 conversions on a $100 offer, that's $1,000, okay, and that's only for 10 conversions. But let's say, for example, if you have 500 conversions on the $2 offer, then you're going to be able to have way more statistical significance with 500 conversions versus 10 conversions. So I'll say start off with the low paying offer for that's maybe, I don't know, about less than $10. Okay, that's what I say for a newbie. If you're somebody that has some budget and you're somebody that has a bit more experience, then maybe you can go a bit higher than that. If you've got something like $10,000 plus to play with, you might want to go for some of these $40 payout offers. But I'll recommend for a newbie, start off with a low paying offer. And you have to always understand that winning campaigns are never ever found. They're always made, they're always created. So don't be somebody out there that thinks that one campaign is going to change your life off the bat. You have to optimize your campaign. You have to track your campaign. You have to look at the variables that are making you the money and the variables that are not making you the money. And you want to pause the variables that are not making the money and the variables that are promising. You want to optimize them so then they become even more promising. Okay. So guys, just understand that profitable campaigns are always created. You have to go through a process, but eventually you're able to find profits within your campaign. Okay, so don't get disheartened if you start losing money at first, because 90% of your campaigns that you launch are going to lose money at first. Okay, so there's a couple more tips. Focus on making one spot profitable at first. You don't want to be one of those people that tries to launch like 20 different campaigns on 20 different spots on 20 different traffic networks using 100 banners, 10 different landing pages, 10 different offers. I mean, that never works. Okay, you want to always be very focused in on the type of campaign that you want to create. You want to be focused in on a specific spot. You want to be focused in on a specific, maybe even operating system. You want to be focused in very tightly. You don't want to test too much, because what happens is your focus starts to fragment. And if your focus starts to fragment with the campaigns, you won't have a high chance of being able to become profitable. What's going to happen is once you get one spot profitable first, so it could be, for example, if you can get a mobile newsfeed ad profitable on iPhone first, Then you can start to think about including, I don't know, maybe a tablet newsfeed ad. There may be an Instagram ad. There may be a desktop ad, okay, in the newsfeed. Then from that point, you might want to start going to right column ads as well. You don't want to start being one of those people that test multiple different placements all at once and multiple different spots all at once and whatnot, because 99% of the time, newbies that do that, they get trigger happy and they never get one spot to work, okay, or they lose too much money to be able to keep this sort of spot sustainable, okay. So you want to focus on making one spot profitable first, then move into another spot. You want to focus on making one geographical location profitable first before moving to another one, and you want to go and focus on making like one device work before moving to another one, okay. That's especially if you're a newbie. Also, what you want to do is you want to make sure you test tightly. So you want to test a maximum of 5 ads, 2 landing pages, and 2 offers. What I see oftentimes is a lot of people, they get too trigger happy. They start seeing loads of different ads that are running, loads of different landing pages, and loads of different offers. Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind is every single combination of ad, landing page, and offer, it could be profitable, it could be not profitable. So the more combinations of ads, landing page, offers that you have, I mean, the more money you're going to be able to have to spend on traffic for you to be able to really, really decipher which ones are profitable and which ones are not profitable with statistical significance. And that means having enough data within your tracking to be able to know that this is fact, this isn't just fluke. So let's say, for example, if you flip a coin twice and it lands on heads twice, does that mean you have a 100% chance of, if you flip a coin, it being heads? 100% no, because you haven't flipped a coin enough times for you to be able to see that it might just be it might just be luck, it might just be a complete fluke as to why you got heads twice. So that's why you want to have statistically significant data where you do stuff enough times for you to be able to see that this is fact, this isn't just a fluke, and that's where you want to make your decisions. You want to make decisions just on money, not on intuition. You want to just read hard data and make your decisions that way. Okay, so that's why I say test a maximum. There's no minimum. I mean, there is a minimum. I'll say don't test one ad, one landing page, one offer unless you're scaling something. Okay, but oftentimes you want to be able to have a little bit of movement and a little bit of room for your campaigns to be able to see an exact combination that might do well, and you want to make sure that you don't overextend yourself where you're just testing too much. Okay, so typically what I might do is I might test, I don't know, between 3 to 5 ads, a maximum of 2 landing pages, and a maximum of 2 offers. Okay, but sometimes I might test 3 to 5 ads, 2 landing pages, and 1 offer. Okay, so it can change, but what I'm saying is a maximum, as a complete maximum. Don't test more than 5 ads, 2 landing pages, 2 offers. Okay. Also, you want to make sure they track absolutely everything. Track absolutely everything. If you don't, you are going to burn your money in a barrel and you'll never ever see that money again. Okay? If you don't track, you don't know. And I mean, the beautiful thing about tracking is it's literally it's like an ATM machine if you know how to read tracking properly. Now, if you guys are confused about how to set up tracking, and the 2 trackers that I kind of use right now is one is called CPV Labs. Okay, I'm probably going to include the link somewhere around this page. And another one is called Test Easily. Test Easily I like to use when I'm really testing stuff, and it's very, very good for tracking as well. And it's actually in beta right now, so I've actually just recently made the switch to it. But CPV Labs is something that I also use. I mean, it's kind of old school. Test Easily is kind of a bit cleaner right now, and it looks a bit better, well, quite a lot better than CPV Labs, and it's much easier for me to read my data. But it allows me to do a lot of advanced stuff as well, like just A/B testing, multivariate testing without having to go into the code. It's very, very good for newbies. Okay, so if you're a newbie, I actually recommend you go to Test Easily, which you can go to testeasily.com. It's in beta right now, so sign up for the beta program and see if you can get access to it. But you want to basically track everything because of the fact that if you can track and see exactly that, oh, iPhone is converting well for you and making money for you, but Android isn't, or if you can see that one brand is making money for you and another one isn't, then you can focus in on the stuff and the variables and the parts of the campaign that are making you money, and you can just basically buy more of that, okay? Spend more money on those kind of variables that are making you money, okay? That could be a specific ad, it could be a specific landing page, it could be a specific offer, it could be a specific operating system, a specific type of mobile device. It can be loads of different stuff, and that's why your tracker is going to be your best friend. And if you guys are not familiar with tracking or anything like that, or how to set it up, I'll definitely say go to upwork.com or onlinejobs.ph to be able to find somebody that can install stuff with the tracker, and literally they'll cost, I don't know, $15 to $20. It's a business, so be prepared to invest in employees to be able to build your business. If not, then learn it for yourself. It's that simple. There's nothing more that I can do. Obviously, I do have training as well. inside of my training academies that show you guys if you do want to learn it for yourself, or if you do want to pass it on to a team member. But that is your two options. Either learn it yourself, right, bite the bullet, don't get overwhelmed, don't make yourself excuses, don't give yourself excuses saying I'm not technical so I can't track. You need to track. It's mandatory for this business, especially if you want to become successful, okay? And last thing as well is that you want to make sure that once you are tracking, once you do have the data, and once you are starting to get statistics, then what you want to do is you want to look at profit, okay, not ROI. And you want to evaluate everything on the EPC versus CPC basis. And again, previously in this video, I showed you guys what EPC was. But basically, EPC is your earnings per click. Is basically how much you earn in every single time somebody clicks on a banner or a landing page or an offer. And your CPC is how much you're paying per click, okay? So the whole goal is this. You want to basically get your CPC to be lower than your EPC, and you make money. If your EPC is lower than your CPC, you lose money, okay? Because you want to earn more than your cost, okay? It's very, very simple. If you have, I don't know, if you have a pack of I don't know, pillows, okay, that you are selling for $10, okay, and you are buying it for $5, you're gonna make money. But if you're selling the pillows for $2 and you're buying them for $5, you're gonna lose money. And that same analogy goes for clicks as well. So if you're earning every single time somebody clicks $10 and you're paying $5, you're gonna make money. If not, you're going to lose money, okay? So, and if you break even, that means that your EPC is going to equal to your CPC, okay? So a lot of times people just focus on ROI. ROI can't really take it to the bank. I mean, ROI is very, very deceptive. I mean, you can do 1,000% ROI on a $1 ad spend, and you could then do 10% ROI on $1,000,000 ad spend. I mean, I would definitely prefer to do 10% ROI on $1,000,000 ad spend, because that means I'm going to be able to produce $100,000 literally every single year or month or day or however however long the period is. But on 1,000% ROI on a $1 ad spend, I'm gonna make pretty much like what, $10. Okay, so I mean, I don't really care for $10. So that's why I'll always look at profit, because profit is going to allow you to have the lifestyle that you want. Profit is going to allow you to be able to quit your job. Profit is going to allow you to have the exact type of like life that you signed up for when you sign up to literally learn CPA, or learn about making money online, okay, or learning about building a business, okay? So focus every single part of your energy on profit, not ROI. You want to have a daily profit goal that you try and hit every single day and start building on that, okay? So what I'm going to do for you guys right now is I'm going to go to my, I'm actually going to go to the internet right now, and I'm going to show you guys a campaign, and I'm going to show you guys how I set things up. But guys, it's very, very simple. I mean, to make $100 profit, especially once you've done the right counterintelligence. And if you guys are confused about how to like search for winning campaigns and whatnot, I've actually got a video as well that go in depth on how to do this. I'm probably going to leave a link to that video as well, somewhere around this video, so you guys can watch that. And I pretty much look for campaigns, I find campaigns, I get my tracking installed, and then once I do that, I start launching my campaigns on a specific traffic network, using the kind of like rules that I set out for you in this tutorial video, okay? So most of the time I launch a lot of international stuff, focus a lot of my energy on mobile, I focus on one spot at one time. I make sure as well, especially when you're tracking, you want to make sure you separate things in your tracking. So for example, if I make one campaign targeting Android, then that's going to be one tracking link, okay? Then I'll duplicate that tracking link, and then I'll make another campaign, maybe testing iPhone, okay? Then I'll duplicate another tracking link, then I might make another one targeting tablet. Then I might duplicate another tracking link, and I might target, I don't know, iPad, okay? So what that allows me to do is, even though I might target like one specific geographical location and one specific spot, but I'm targeting like different devices, what that allows me to do is allows me to have control over my campaigns individually. And I might start to see that maybe Android does really, really badly, but iPhone does really, really well, okay? And I might be able to see that tablet does really, really well and iPad does really, really badly. And by separating everything into its own tracking link, and I call its own tracking link basically its own campaign, then that allows me to have control over things much more, and it allows me to evaluate my data much better, okay? So I definitely recommend you guys do that as well, and if you guys do that, you're going to be wildly successful. But let's actually go over to the internet right now, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. Okay, so welcome back, and right now you can actually see my computer, and we're actually in a traffic network. I'm actually not going to reveal this specific traffic network just yet. I'm going to actually include this for the people that are part of my academy, and I'm probably going to give you guys this campaign as well if it does work out to be profitable. But essentially, this is a campaign that I made, and it's a campaign I literally just started. And annoyingly as well, the very first time I tried to actually record this, I mean, I don't know what happened, but the file wouldn't open, so I couldn't actually fully record this properly. So I've had to re-record this, which has been a bit annoying. But essentially, that's why you see that there's been a bit of ad spend. And I mean, I tried to make sure that it didn't start before I started recording. But I mean, it's spent a little bit of money right now. It's only spent $17.28, okay? And essentially, you can see how I set this campaign up. So this is one campaign. And what I'm talking about when it comes to a campaign is a one set of tracking links, okay, that targets one specific device, one specific spot, and one specific country, okay? I don't like to target multiple countries with one tracking link because, again, I don't have control. It's going to be much harder for me to be able to see exactly what's performing well and what's performing not well if I have too much variables into one campaign. So this is what I do. I have one set of tracking link and one campaign for a specific geographical location. I have one campaign for a specific device. I have one campaign for a specific spot on the website that I'm trying to target. And that way it allows me to really, really create separation. So I might be able to have one offer, but I might be able to have literally over 100 different campaigns for one specific offer. But what that allows me to do is it allows me to identify exactly what works really, really well and what works badly. And obviously I want to pause the stuff that works badly and I want to basically spend more money on the stuff that works really well. Okay, so it's very, very simple. And being organized is a very, very big thing about how to become profitable with CPA, because if you're not organized, you won't know. And if you don't know, then you're not going to be able to effectively be able to run campaigns at high level. Okay, you might be able to get some guesswork going and might be able to make some profits here and there. But I mean, to be able to get things to work at a high level, you guys, it's going to be very, very hard if you do too much in one campaign. So you can see right now with this specific campaign, I'm just targeting Android. Okay, and I'm just targeting Android in Australia on a specific banner spot, which is the footer. And I'm paying, I think I'm paying, how much am I paying? What, 16 cents per click right now. And I'm just targeting literally just Android. And if I want to be able to target more spots, what I'll do is I'll take those different spots, okay, still in Australia, because again, I'm not trying to compete against the big boys right now in the United States. I'm trying to go for the other locations that people are not really like paying much attention to. And essentially, what that will allow me to do is it will allow me to kind of go under the covers and make some profits and maybe even higher ROI campaigns than they are, because they're all trying to compete against each other for the big pie. I'm trying to go for a medium pie, but I'm going to be able to get loads of medium pies with much less headache than if I was to try and go for the United States. So if I wanted to target iPhone in Australia for this exact same banner spot, then what I'll do is I'll make another campaign and another set of tracking links, and I'll just basically target iPhone in Australia, okay? And then I'll set my bids accordingly as well. And the way you want to basically be able to bid is you want to bid relatively aggressively to get some traffic and to get some momentum. You don't want to bid so low that you don't get any traffic, where you're literally left with about 10 clicks at the end of the day. You're not going to make any money like that. So you want to bid relatively near to the top bids if you are using like a self-serve platform where you can bid against other people. But you don't want to be like the top bidder most of the time, because of the fact that if you are the top bidder, then oftentimes, I mean, you're going to get into a bidding war with somebody that has budget, somebody that has experience, and that's just going to kill you, okay? So guys, just don't try and focus on being a top bidder. Focus on maybe being the third bidder or the fourth bidder or the second bidder, but you don't really want to be the top bidder unless you're scaling the campaign, okay? So what you can see right now is as well that once you start to get data from a campaign, you're going to be able to adjust your bids according to the EPC. Okay, so right now I don't know what my EPC is, but let's say for example, if I can see that my EPC is 30 cents and I'm paying 16 cents, then I can increase it up to 30 cents and I'll still break even. Okay, but obviously I want to give myself a little bit of room for profit, but you always want to adjust your CPC relative to EPC. Okay, but you never want to really adjust. I mean, it depends. Sometimes if you're trying to be aggressive and you're trying to kick people off and whatnot of a traffic network or a specific spot, you might want to be aggressive. That's another strategy. But oftentimes, I want to keep my CPC lower than my EPC, and that's how I'm going to make money. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to separate your campaigns, and then literally you want to start with a small budget. So I mean, right now you can see that I've been testing this campaign, this specific spot with $150, just to make sure that my tracking links are secure, just to make sure that everything's running smoothly. And I mean, eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to start to get traffic to my campaign. And eventually I'm going to be able to see exactly what banners are doing good, which banners are doing badly, which landing pages are doing good, which landing pages are doing badly, which offers are doing good, and which offers are doing badly. And then I can start to make adjustments, okay, once I've started to get statistically significant data. So I'm not talking about a campaign where you get two conversions and you start adjusting everything. Okay, that's going to be whack. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you have quite a few conversions where you know that it's not going to be by chance. It's actually going to be by fact, and that's why you want to start with a low paying offer. And if you guys do that, then you're going to be able to see different combinations of maybe like an ad, landing page, and offer that does well. And you want to basically make variations called testing and split testing to be able to improve on the variations that do relatively well. So you can actually start making money from them, start making more money from them. Okay. So right now, let me just show you the time and date so you guys can see time and date. So you guys can see this is real time. So right now it's Tuesday, 22nd of November, 2016. I'm in London, United Kingdom, and it's 9:22. Okay, so you can see this right here. So what I might actually do is I might actually keep this campaign running just to show you guys what a typical campaign could be like for me once I do my counterintelligence, once I ask my affiliate manager what are the best converting offers by EPC and show you guys the results that are possible, literally probably within a short space of time. Okay, so again, I'm just going to focus on this campaign and show you guys how even just one spot can do relatively, I don't know if it's going to do decent or not. But again, this is the process that I follow all the time. This is just going to be one campaign. I'm going to show you guys what you can expect as a newbie. And again, I'm only going to test this campaign out with, I don't know, like $150 or so. And we'll see what it does, okay? So guys, it's your boy, Mr. Opulent. I'm going to see you guys probably in a few hours. I'm not too sure. Maybe I might upload another video tomorrow and show you guys a comparison. But this is an Australian campaign, so I know that the time zones are a bit weird. So I think right now it might actually be morning time in Australia. Okay, so we're going to see how this campaign does. It's literally just started 4 p.m. my time, or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is actually 9 p.m. my time. Is when it pretty much started. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's your boy, Mr. Opulent. I'm going to see you guys in a sec. Okay, welcome back guys, and what I want to do for you guys right now is I want to give you guys a quick update. I mean, I've just woken up and I just wanted to show you guys where the campaign is at right now. So let me put time and date so you can see right now that is 12:07 Wednesday 23rd of November 2016. If you guys remember that we actually made the campaign yesterday, and you can see Wednesday 23rd November 2016. So let's actually see where the campaign's at right now. So again, it has spent $121 with targeting Android, okay, in Australia, and this is just one campaign. Again, if we were to target iPhone, we'll take that into another campaign. If we were to target, I don't know, Windows phones, we'll take that into another campaign. And if we're targeting multiple other geographical locations on Android, like Australia, Ireland, I don't know, New Zealand, like Singapore, then we'll always have a new tracking link for every single geographical location, okay? And a new tracking link will basically be its own campaign. So essentially we have spent $121 for this campaign, and let's actually see how much is generated. I mean, this is pretty much over the last 24 hours as well, and you can see that the campaign has actually generated $600 in revenue. Okay, so you've actually made a profit of about $476, and again, this is just one day, one campaign. So guys, I mean, I'm just showing you guys this just live and direct, just to show you guys that it's very, very easy to be able to make these kind of campaigns like this. I mean, typically I don't really find a lot of campaigns that win off the bat, so I usually have to split test and optimize. But I wanted to show you guys a live demonstration of a campaign that I pretty much launch and show you guys the results that can be made from it. And again, this is just in one day. And I mean, even if you think about it, even if we could make the same type of profit every single day just with the level that we're at right now, that still could be an extra $12,000 per month, okay? And right now, again, we just want to focus everything on EPC and CPC. So this EPC right now for this campaign is essentially 53 cents. And all we do to calculate that is divide the revenue, $600, by the number of clicks, okay, the number of visitors, and we're going to find the EPC. So that means I can raise my bid all the way up to 53 cents for this specific campaign to be able to break even. And if I have anything, if my cost per click is lower than my EPC, which is 53 cents, then we're going to be able to make money. And right now, I'm actually bidding 18 cents for the traffic. Okay, so that's why I'm able to do some relatively decent ROIs with this campaign. I mean, I'm not really focused on ROIs, I'm focused on profit. I mean, I feel like I could probably take this campaign to $1,000 profit plus per day plus, like in the next couple of days, by just tweaking things out, by increasing my bids, by duplicating the campaign, by doing all this kind of stuff. But guys, if you like this kind of content, if you guys like this kind of information, you want to have more in-depth information and more in-depth training, I'm actually going to be doing a free private web class that's going to be detailing with you guys how you can set up these kind of campaigns for yourself and how you guys can go out there and literally produce $100,000 in profit within your first year of CPA. Okay, and again, income disclaimer, I can't guarantee income. That would be totally immoral of me. But I want to show you guys a mathematical formula and a step-by-step game plan for you guys to be able to launch similar kind of campaigns like this that can produce you, I mean, even if you could produce $333 per day in profit, then that's going to be an extra $10,000 per month, which is going to be an extra $120,000 per year. Okay, so I mean, this campaign in itself just made us what, $476 in profit, and this is just a very, 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 very small campaign on one specific spot in one specific country. So I'm gonna show you guys how to launch these kind of campaigns consistently, so you guys can go out there and literally, I mean, I do 6-figure months with my business, but you guys can go out there. I mean, if you can make an extra 6 figures per year, how would that sound to you? And again, this is completely for free. I'm not asking for anything, just for being a low subscriber. So guys, make sure that you look around this video. There should be a link for you to be able to register for this upcoming web class. Make sure you register. Make sure you are there on time, because if this web class, if it caps out, then I can't guarantee they're going to be able to get on it. Okay, so again, register for the upcoming web class. Make sure you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments as well. But essentially, this is what I do all day. This is my bread and butter. This is how I make the most of my money from my business. I don't have to really sell any kind of physical products. I go out there and sell CPA products and send leads to different CPA businesses and all this kind of stuff. And this is how I'm able to live the life where I don't really have to answer to a boss. Okay, so if you guys want to have that kind of lifestyle as well for yourself, make sure that you register for this upcoming web class. But I'm going to lay down for you guys a simple blueprint for you to be able to make your first $100,000 in profit with CPA, okay, hopefully within your first year. So it's your boy Mr. Opulent. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's been a bit long and I do apologize, but hopefully you got some value from this. Make sure you apply these tips that I gave you guys earlier on in the video, because this is going to be the difference as to whether you are a newbie or whether you're somebody that can actually get results as somebody who's a newbie. Okay, you don't want to be a struggling newbie that never gets results. You want to be somebody that follows the advice of people that have lost money doing stuff, made the mistakes, and you just learn from my mistakes. Okay, so guys, it's your boy Mr. Opulent. Register for the upcoming web class, and I'm gonna see you guys on top.